Hey everybody, I'm Zeke, and I'm back for another review for another fragrance. And this one is from Initio Parfums Prives. All right, y'all ready? Let's get on it. Like I said, this review is going to be an Initio Parfums Prives review of Oud For Greatness. I'm going to do this. Some people put their hand behind stuff. I think it makes it clear. I don't know. This was a gift from my wife for Christmas, and I love it. I truly, truly love it. It's not just the scent, the coolness factor of it. I know the last review I did, I talked about the presentation and all that. I've seen bottles that present well. They're cool looking bottles, and I spray them and they smell like ass. But this one of the things I love about it, I love the all-seeing eye, and it's got the all-seeing eye right there. I'm not going to take my shirt off, but I got a really cool all-seeing eye tattoo on my shoulder. I got tattoos everywhere. Initio Oud For Greatness, the name kind of nails it. It is oud, and it's for greatness. What I'm getting at there is, remember when I talked about the oud, something that Middle Eastern and Asian countries have used for royalty, and it's very rich, and it's got a very unique, very, very unique smell. Dubai, Saudi Arabia, even India and Pakistan and other Asian countries, and even America and Europe. And okay, they use oud everywhere because now we know about stuff from everywhere. But this stuff is great for greatness. That was dumb. So the one complaint I have about this is, if you've seen me do the Parfums de Marly Haultain review, the atomizer on it just poof, it's a big old cloud. This one doesn't, I mean, it's very quick and short. The atomizers on the Parfums de Marly is like this big gold cloud, but it's not horrible. Oh, damn, that's good. That opening, the oud is subtle in the opening, but the saffron just is like a punch you right in the. I'm punching people in the face again. Why do I keep saying that? Punch you right in the face. It is a strong saffron to me in the opening. There's also a lavender scent. The lavender is very, very subtle. I would never have thought lavender until I read that it had lavender. And then I'm like, oh, I smelled lavender now. But it's interesting to me. It's kind of like that lavender. Have you ever been to Outback Steakhouse and the lavender soap they have in the bathrooms? Yeah, I go to Outback Steakhouse. I'm not rich. But that lavender soap, that's kind of the lavender that's in this. But it's not soapy. So don't take that the wrong way. Nutmeg is there. It's not super, super strong right off the bat in the opening, but it's there. So I definitely get the saffron strong, lavender a touch of, and then the nutmeg a little bit of, but I still smell that oud in the background. This one's interesting, right? This one is very polarizing. I've read where people are like, oh my God, it's too strong, it's too much. And then I've read where people are like, oh, the oud is perfect. It's not too hard to wear this oud. The oud part is not super ridiculously strong, at least in the opening. It does get a little bit stronger as time goes by, but it's not going to turn people off in the office. I say that, and I may walk by people in the office. I don't even work in an office. I may walk by people in public, and they're like, "Oh my God, what the hell was that?" To me, I like it. To my wife, she likes it. That's the one that really, really matters. This is something that is extremely professional. This is like black tie or boardroom suit and tie, or you got a power meeting to go to. This is a confidence builder. One of my favorite things about Initio Parfums Prives is they have done the psychology of scents. That's why this is my favorite of everything I own right now. They have really gone and done a deep dive on the psychology, what each scent does to your brain through the biochemistry and brainwaves. In fact, when we got this, we went and did a testing thing at Dillard's again, where Initio takes this brainwave band thing you put around your head and it measures things. It says, okay, here's where you are without smelling anything. And I was kind of all over the place. It was very fitting. It was ADD. It was like I was creative, I was driven, I was focused, I was unfocused. It was kind of nuts. Then they spray 3 different scents of theirs, and then they show you what each one means. Show you what each one is to you. The odd thing was is the one I liked the least when I smelt it, and I don't ask me to tell you what it is. I can't remember what it is because I didn't buy it because I didn't like it the least. Was actually what my brain preferred. It was really weird. But the one that I liked the best when I smelled it was Oud For Greatness, and it showed this little brain map where confidence was increased. It wasn't creativity. No, it was drive. Confidence, drive, kind of that professional power move. That's what this did to my brain. And that was kind of cool. And it did the same thing to my wife's brain when they tested her too. So it's really amazing to me that somebody sat down and said, let's figure out what every single scent does to the brain psychologically. And if you ever get a chance to do that I can't remember what I think they call it a mind lab or something like that, that Initio does, go do it because it's really cool. There's stuff that you don't think that you would like that your brain says, no, you like this. And then there's stuff that are right on, you like it, and the brain says you like it. And then there's stuff that smells amazing that your brain's like, yeah, don't wear that. So the oud is getting a little stronger in it. It's not an animalic oud. Some people say it is. Being that I have oud oil and I like oud oil and I like that really strong animalic oud, I don't get that out of this. I do get the woody, like a subtle barnyard, good barnyard hint. But it's not that animalic, hey, what some people say fecal. It's not fecal at all. I think that's why this is an easy oud for someone to maybe not so much start off with, but if you go and smell it on your skin, see what you like, this might be a decent entry level because in my opinion, it is not super over the top animalic that might be off-putting to a lot of people. Some people think it is. I forgot to spray it on the stick first. Let's do that. Okay, back to what I've said before. When you spray something on the card in the store, it is not going to smell identical to what it's going to smell on your skin. This on the card is super green to me, and I typically am not a huge fan of green stuff, green opening stuff. But on my skin, it's not that green at all. In fact, on the stick, I smelled the lavender a little bit more. On my skin, the lavender is very subtle. And the nutmeg is stronger on the stick. So those opening notes, the saffron, the lavender, and the nutmeg, the saffron is strong on my skin. Nutmeg is very weak, and the lavender is probably in between the two. On this, the saffron's not as strong at all. The nutmeg and the lavender are super strong there. Always try it on your skin. Always try it on your skin. I'm gonna wait a couple hours. I'm gonna come back and we'll talk about the dry down. The dry down on this, Oud For Greatness is by far one of my favorites. But remind me, I know you can't remind me on here, but I'm going to come back to something about it that makes it not my everyday wear. It's not like the Houtain that has the praline accord, that has that sweet kind of chocolatey praline kind of ending with the oud. The oud becomes more upfront on the dry down, and then you start getting a little patchouli in there too. The musk, everybody has a different musk. The musk that's in there, I've smelled so many different musks, or somebody calls it musk. I don't even know what the hell musk is anymore. I mean, yes, I know what it is, but I don't know. I don't smell what I think of as musk. But the oud is there. It's not Still, it's not super strong, but it's stronger than it was in the opening. I mean, this is something where as it's dried down, I feel like I should have put a suit and tie on. It is, it's very powerful. It's very strong. It's very masculine. The thing I love about it, back to the psychology of it, this is calming and it brings a confidence to you too. So if you have a power meeting, if you're making a big merger or acquisition in business and you need something that tittle, you need something that'll calm you down, and you also maybe want them calm a little bit, but you want to evoke that sense of power and dominance or royalty or leadership. This is the one. I said in my Haldane review, Haldane is like the CEO that's cool, wants to hang out with his employees or her employees. This is the CEO that sits in a high tower and has control of stuff. As far as what this does to me, it is a calming scent. I have had some big meetings in the last few weeks that I've had to do or go to where I put this on because it does. It makes me feel more confident. If you smell good, you tend to feel a little more confident. This, for some reason, I feel like I can take on the world when I'm wearing this stuff. It's pretty amazing. I love it. Back to what I was saying that I asked you to remind me, but you can't technically remind me. I get that. I say stupid stuff sometimes. Is that Oud For Greatness is not an everyday wear. Like even in the winter or the fall, I don't think if I'm just going to hang out or if I'm going to Outback Steakhouse or anywhere just kind of more chill, I don't know that I would wear this. I've had people say that they wear it every day, everywhere they go. I feel like this is a little more out there. The projection on this thing is monstrous. I have had people come up to me and say, "What are you wearing?" And they were the next aisle over in Walmart. This is an eau de parfum strength, so it is going to last. And this sucker will last. On my skin, I will still smell this tomorrow morning if I don't take a shower. I take a shower every morning. But if I didn't, I'd still smell it. It's gonna be on my clothes for like a week if I don't wash my clothes. I'll wash this hoodie before. But if I didn't wash it, I could pick this thing up and it's still going to smell like it in a week. It is extremely long lasting, and the sillage is something that will project. But since I've had people come from the aisle over in Walmart to ask, I would say it projects a good 10 feet. I know that's crazy sounding, and more than likely they just followed me. This is some strong stuff. It is a monster. It's beast mode. Why do we say beast mode? I don't know. But if that's the term the kids are using, this is beast mode. The dry down on the card, I don't know why I picked up the card. Why am I getting Christmas trees? I don't know. Again, that's weird. But the dry down on this is amazing. It is something that if you want to try Oud, you want to get into them, please go try it yourself first in the store. Don't just buy it blind. But this could be an easy foray into Oud. When we bought this, she got me the 3-piece gift set. It was the eau de parfum, it was a body cream, like lotion that smelled like it. And then what we were told was a beard oil. I think they saw my beard and they said, "Oh, that's a beard oil. You can use it as a beard oil." And I think that was the key. You can use it as beard oil. It was technically a hair perfume. I've never heard of hair perfume, but when I put it on there, it smelled amazing all day, but it didn't condition like most of my beard oils do, or my beard butters or balms. I use a lot of stuff in my beard. Beard dandruff, it's not fun. If you get beard dandruff, go get you some oil. Now, the body cream or lotion, whatever you want to call it, it was very linear. Like it had the same opening as this, and then it was the opening, and then later on the opening, and then it was always just the opening. This changes throughout the day. That's one thing. I love fragrances that start off as one thing and then they turn into another. Like I said in my Haldane review, Haldane and this are basically the same DNA, sister companies, Initio and Parfums de Marly, but the Haldane turns creamier and sweeter. A lot of people say this has got a creamy ending. I don't get creamy. I just don't get that creamy scent that they're talking about. But I think this is, out of those two, this is my favorite, but I will wear Haldane for more things because Haldane has that you can hang out with the CEO vibe. This is the I'm in charge. A lot of people say in the reviews, this smells like money. This smells like money. Like I would imagine if I go to Dubai and I go to one of the prince's apartments in the Burj Khalifa or something, it's gonna smell like that. It is a power move. Here's where I really want to dive deep with this. Okay, the video is not going to last much longer, I swear. I just want to say this. The psychology part. This is a power move, not just because, wow, he smells good, or wow, he smells rich, or wow, he smells powerful, or whatever you want to say. This is a power move because they did the chemistry and the psychology and the science of the psychology with scent. And this has a calming yet in charge kind of vibe to it. And I think that is so stinking cool. I want to do more of those mind lab things that they do, the studies, and see which other Initio parfums would work for me and that I like. But this definitely will calm you. You'll feel kind of calm. You'll have a calm confidence. That's the best way I could say. You'll have a calm confidence, but you'll feel like you're in charge and you feel like you can handle whatever it is they're throwing at you. So that's it. Initio Oud For Greatness, Black Gold Project. I've had this thing for a month and I didn't see where it said Black Gold Project. Can you see it? Do I got to do this again? Anyways, I love the all-seeing eye. I love the way it looks. It could look like a brown paper box and I would love this scent. It is amazing. So if you want to check them out, go to their website. I'll put a link in the description below if you want to go get it. That is just a good, powerful, masculine scent. I like it a lot. Oud For Greatness is great. Why do I keep being cheesy? Thumbs up. Oud For Greatness. Thanks, guys. Damn, that's good.